Hi, I'm Charlene and this is my new kitchen. Okay, today we are going to make a whole wheat chicken and vegetable pasta. And I have the water over here going for the pasta over here on the stove. And that should be ready soon. We'll turn that up a bit. And I will be getting the pan right here going for the chicken and the vegetables. And we will be making a brown butter and balsamic sauce to go on the top of this. So I'm going to let this pan heat real quick before I put in the chicken. And when I go to put in the chicken, I'm going to add a little bit of minced garlic and add a little bit of the garlic oil to that, which is always good. Like I said in other videos, it's great for keeping your nails shiny and your hair thick and shiny. And we're also using, for the mushrooms, we're using portobello mushrooms. And we're using cherry tomato, which I cut into fours. And because, they're small, and it depends on how many people you're feeding. And I'm also using artichoke hearts. And these are really good. I'm not showing labels because these are not my sponsors, but artichoke hearts are really good and they're good for you. And they also help with cholesterol and high blood pressure. Like I said, I'm going to use a really good balsamic. And this is a really good one from Italy. Again, I'm not showing the label. They're not my sponsor. I use real butter. And this is a unsalted butter. And that's what I always use because I was born with two hearts, so I don't cook with salt. And to tell you the truth is, balsamic vinegar is the salted ingredient that goes into the food. So we're going to get started on this by adding in the chicken into the skillet. I warmed that skillet so you can hear that sizzle go in there. Here, our spoon. No, this isn't like my original channel where I had my camera people. But it's a new kitchen, new things, gotta keep it positive. We're gonna cook this down a little. We're gonna turn this down on a medium heat. And, I added some cooking spray into this before I added anything else, heating that up. So, and you don't always need too much, just enough. And like I said, the garlic oil. When you go to do the garlic oil, and I'm going to show you this if you're able to see it. Let me press it down enough. There we go. Now you can see that. Put your hand in there and get some of that oil down. You see how that's dripping down in there? Get some of that down in there. Get some of that garlic in your hand. I always wash my hands before I do this. And then after, which means like step over here to the sink and rinse my hands. It makes it smell really good in here. It really does. And then taking that mile walk today on the way back. That was a nice brisk walk. I know it was 89 degrees out today. So as you can see in the skillet, the chicken's reheating. Now, I cooked this last night. If you watched the other video, I pre-cooked it. Actually, I roasted it in the oven on 400 degrees for about an hour with liquid hickory and mesquite, smoked liquid hickory and mesquite. So I do like to use those. They're not bad. They're like really good flavor. Some fresh cracked pepper. You know, get the smoky flavor in there. So it feels kind of outdoorsy when you taste it. You know that you get that bold flavor off of it, but it's not too bold because you don't really put like but 2 caps in there of each. Now let me check the water for that. So the water for that pasta is almost ready. And what I'm going to do with this is put a little water in here. A lot of people, they would put like extra oil or extra butter in here. I don't like to do that. Yeah, I'm using one of those old-fashioned ones. Kitchen I'm in, you know, they have the old-fashioned stuff. Just doesn't hurt to have. It smells really good in here already. I mean, I can always add a pat of butter to this if I want to. Because when I'm done cooking all this and I go to add it to the pasta, and I go to do the brown butter balsamic sauce, I'll actually be getting the little bits off of the chicken into the brown butter balsamic sauce, which is really going to make it really good and really flavorful. So what I am actually going to do, get my knife here, wash that down. Gotta wash that down. Don't want to cross-contaminate anything. Is always take like a little pat of that. When I mean a little pat, I don't mean today's pat of butter. I mean like 1960s, 1970s pat of butter, which was actually that. It was that thin, way back when. It wasn't like today's pat of butter. I think today's pat of butter adds a little too much fat and cholesterol into the diet. You just add that little pat of butter down in there, and that is when you add, yes, your mushroom. Your mushroom, and you can go ahead and add those tomatoes down in there with it. Over there. And yeah, you can do that. So and then, you know, this starts to look really good in the pan right there. I'll show you better. You see that it looks really delicious in the pan already. I can always add like one little extra pat. You're probably like, oh, okay, now you're going to add an extra pat. Maybe you should have added that today's pat of butter in there. No, not really. You really want to do it maybe a little at a time. Let me readjust that for you. And this one isn't going to take too long to do because the simple fact is I've already done most of this yesterday, so except for the dicing of the vegetables, you know, cutting it up, and having the pre-sliced artichoke heart, pre-cooked, pre-sliced artichoke heart. So that's going to cook for a few, because you really got to saute that down. Tomato just escaped the pan. That's big. Escape the killer tomatoes. It has some sort of weird, I think, 80s thing. When I was a teenager. Add a little extra of that garlic in there. Back over here, rinse my hands down. So, yeah, as soon as I'm going to let that cook, add a little extra water down to it, and check the water for the pasta because it looks like it's just about ready. We're going to lid this off. Add that tomato that escaped. Throw that away. Okay, the pasta water is ready. So what we're going to do, and like I said, this is a whole wheat pasta. I'm not showing a brand name because, well, they're not my sponsor. No, you accidentally caught that, but not my sponsor. And if you're really not, feeding too many people, you don't have to make that much of it. I have guests coming over. I really do. I have a friend coming over. And we both have bleached wheat allergies. So I try to use whole wheat for both of us. And bleached wheat is what caused her plaque psoriasis and almost caused her to have Crohn's disease. So like I said, we'd be talking about health in these segments, but you really have to watch what you eat. What you put in your body affects you. It really does. It affects you. And it affects you internally. So, that looks good. Yeah, I know I'm using the same spoon, right? A lot of people do that in their kitchen. Saves you from having to wash too much. I mean, I could use a bigger pot for that, but I'm not necessarily going to. I'm going to add a little more pasta to that. Doesn't seem like enough to me. Almost the whole box, but not really. That means if I want to make a little extra, I can. Lid that off. Always tilt the lid a little so that it cooks, but it's not going to boil over. Turn the heat down a little bit on that. Then we're going to go ahead and check what we're cooking here in the pan. Like I said, it's really hot out today. It's not as hot as yesterday though. Yesterday was a lot hotter. Yesterday was like 92 degrees. Today was 89. Even though I took the bus to Wawa. If you live on the East Coast, you generally have a Wawa. Ran an errand, came back. Actually, when I came back, I walked back. So I took the back street, brisk 1 mile walk, get for cardiovascular. Take your time when it's really hot out. Don't overdo it. Okay, well this is just about done, so we actually have to just wait for the pasta, which I was trying to get to do its thing before starting but I can always wash out the bowl, pull this, and then do the brown butter balsamic, which wouldn't hurt. The other thing you can do with this, if you want to do the brown butter balsamic, I'm going to turn the heat down on that. It's trying to overboil on me already. Supposed to be doing that. The other thing you can do, like I was trying to say, with the pan is if you wanted to do the brown butter balsamic while all this is in here, you'd really and seriously have to spread everything out. You would really have to do that. But then, how's that really going to affect everything that's in there? You don't really know. You don't really know until the end. So that's why you want to do that at the end, is make that brown butter balsamic sauce. pasta usually takes, and I'm going to set my timer for this. Pasta usually takes about 15 minutes. So that shouldn't take too long now. Which is why I was trying to get it done before, starting this part, which is fine. And it's like, I have a friend that'll be eating with me and enjoying all this. So, this is just about done. So I'm going to get a clean bowl for this. And I have small bowls over here that I was using, so I can just go ahead and wash one out. You know me on my show, I always like a clean bowl. Clean everything. So, like I said, this is already done for this part, and so that can already be pulled from the pan. Let me move this butter and the knife. Get this pulled from the pan. Just using a different spoon because you want to be able to scoop that up and not lose anything. This is boiling a little too quick. Even though I know the pasta's in there, but still, come on. This is one of those days today. It's beautiful out, but it's still one of those days. I don't know why. I try to keep this in a positive perspective. It smells great in here. I already said that a couple of times, but it still does. No, I'm not making the Bob Ross voice. I know it sounds like it. I watched him earlier today. Repeat of his show. Excellent artist. It's too bad he passed away. Such a very quiet person. Nobody ever knew Bob Ross was a Air Force veteran. Excellent artist. Very quiet man. He just didn't like anger. He didn't like confrontation. He actually used to work with his dad in his carpentry shop. Yeah, Bob Ross used to be a carpenter. Lost part of his finger. Only reason his Air Force buddies ever knew him when they were in the VA hospital from the war they were in was from that finger on his palette. Like, you look at Bob Ross's painting palette and you're wondering what's up with that finger that he's trying to hide. Yeah, that's the finger that he's missing the tip of. So actually I put 4 pats of butter down in here. You're like, oh my god, 4 pats. Well, you got to remember this. The butter I'm using doesn't have any salt in it at all. I mean, I've made butter when I was a Head Start parent. When my Marine was in Head Start. He was little. Well, he wasn't exactly little. When he was in Head Start, he actually stood up to hear on me. He was a very tall one. So, okay, well that's already melted down. So, now that butter's already melted down, as you can see. Sorry about the video today. Like I said, I'm my own camera person. Rocco's on vacation. I'm going to turn that down a little more. And what? Can't get that open one way because your hands are sweaty? Use another way. You don't need that much balsamic in there. Balsamic is very potent. It is. It's a very potent ingredient. You have to turn the heat down on it. And then when you're done with it, you can always keep it on either a low heat, or you can just plainly turn it off. The only thing we're really waiting for now is the countdown. Really, 11 minutes left on pasta. Okay, the brown butter balsamic sauce. I'm telling you right now, smells fantastic. And like I said, I was going to add garlic into that. Always gotta have your garlic. Gotta have your garlic. Got to have your garlic. Garlic is very good for you. Like I said, if you're a thyroid patient, cancer patient, or if you're diabetic, or if you have borderline diabetes like myself, it's very good for you. You know, it helps to regulate everything. It also helps to combat cancer cells. It really does, and that's always a good thing. Okay, now that that's actually done, I'm going to show this to you. I mean, like, you might not be able to see it that way. Let me just bring the camera to it. So, like, there you go. I know on a lot of other cooking shows, it's a lot darker because they put all that heavy salt in there, and we don't really want that. The people's health needs, you know, you really got to think about that. I'm going to go ahead and rinse this. We're going to take it over here. And I'm going to lid this off because I want to keep it kind of warm. And I'll just move it to the back burner. So now what we're just wanting, and I can move this over too. The way we have it over here, I can just turn the burner back on, which means I'll be keeping that balsamic sauce warm. So we really want this al dente. It looks like it's actually getting there. Don't mind me with, like, I'm sweating, but it's actually it's getting there. So I'm gonna lid this off again. It only has about 8 minutes to go. So with that 8 minutes, what I'm going to do is clean up a little. It doesn't hurt to clean up while you're cooking. Yes, my fridge is in a different spot now, but grab the bowl for that. If you've ever known an older person that had one of these bowls, this one's in like prime condition. I don't know what year it's from, but my friend Rocco does. And this thing is in prime condition. It was his mother's bowl. Bless her. Bless her for living as long as she did. She was 92. Let me come over here and get the pasta. Oh, that's fine. I'll just use the same spoon. And get the colander out. Or the pasta drainer. Okay, now that I got that out, when we pull this, I'm actually going to cool it put it in the bowl, put the rest of the ingredients in there. And when I do that, I'm then going to put the artichoke hearts on there after I mix in the balsamic. After, because like I said, I want those artichokes on there cold. Sometimes I'll cook them, depends on what I'm doing. Sometimes I'll put them on a pizza, but that's with a whole wheat crust. And this should just be about done. The pasta has 5 minutes. And normally I would say, in my old videos, it would be, as soon as we come back. But this is new, and I don't have that right now. So we just have to wait about 5 minutes, and we'll edit later. But what I will have going with this for a drink is, of course, that lovely fruit smoothie. Yes, I was drinking a lot of water earlier today. I skipped my coffee, which I probably shouldn't have. It helps with my seizures. And my headaches from my epilepsy. A lot of people don't understand that, yes, epileptic patients actually get migraines. A lot of us do. We have to stay in the dark a lot of time to get over the headaches. I have found that drinking at least 1 cup of coffee a day helps with that, with taking my seizure meds, and make sure you eat. That helps. And on the in-between of cooking here, we can always do the part of the health segment. So, yeah. Yes, I've been out in the sun today. You can tell that my tan is darker. Like I said, I took the 1 mile walk on the way back. So I didn't go to the Wawa down here at the bottom of the hill. I actually went to News Store One, which is not my regular one. I usually go down here. News Store One, that's not my favorite. The one at the bottom of the hill is a lot better. They're better supplied. They have better fruits, vegetables for people to munch on. So I will actually give Wawa a shout out, even though they're not a direct sponsor or a sponsor at all. So yeah, they're better supplied. Let's say you go to a Wawa, which you find one's your favorite. Always check that out. Let's say you're on the go and you're wanting to keep your health in check. Always check that out. A lot of places don't have that. You can order their hoagie bowls customized. I do that a lot. I love the spinach. Spinach has plenty of iron in it. If you have anemia, you really need that in your diet. The spinach, you really do. You need that in your diet. There are a lot of different fruits, vegetables, and other things that you can add into your diet for anemia. And check with your doctor always. You don't always need an iron pill. You don't always need a pharmaceutical to help you out. Diet is always key in helping you with your dietary needs. So, we have about 2 minutes on this pasta, and it's been cooking longer than that, so I'm going to say this is done, because it's been cooking longer than 15 minutes. And it came to the surface just the way I want. So, normally when your pasta comes to the surface like this, it's just about when it's done. So, I'm going to balance you guys this way. So I'm going to take this over here. Since this pot has a handle on it, I don't necessarily need the mitts. it off. Run it under cold water. And actually, this is perfectly al dente because I can tell just by the way it came out. Oh yeah, that's actually perfect. Those noodles are perfect. They're not even stuck together, and you would think, you know, with the whole wheat pasta that might actually be stuck together. This isn't even stuck. So now that I have the pasta in the bowl, I can add the other ingredients. Oh, let me put this butter away. It's actually melted a little bit. So before it actually melts, let me put in the chicken and vegetables, as you see here, into that. I'll show you guys the finished product in a moment. Put that bowl back over there. You guys know me and my cooking show. Gotta do that. Stir that down in there a bit. And then what we're gonna do, like I said, is we're gonna add that brown butter balsamic sauce right here. It's still nice and warm. Stir that up a bit. Goes right in there. It's going to be really good on there. It's not oily. I'm going to tell you guys that much. It's not oily. It just has a really nice texture and flavor to it. Like, I know that you guys would be thinking, oh my gosh, you know, it has butter in it. It's going to be really oily. Like I said, you have to remember it's an unsalted butter. And I know you're going to see it like dripping out of the pan. That's okay. That is okay. But it's just a lighter sauce. It's summer. You can kind of figure it almost like a summer pasta salad. You can. And then I'm going to add in the artichoke hearts. Brilliant. I'm going to add in those artichoke hearts. Now you can either add them in whole like this, which sometimes I'll do. I gotta check my phone in a minute. That might be my other company. I like my company, which is actually a former roommate. I gotta use my other hand to unlock my phone. It's the hand I'm using. But you can also break these apart. I see her car out there. I gotta hurry with the artichoke hearts in case it is her, because I gotta use my right hand to unlock my phone. And then I have my other feature on there, which I'm not telling. Of course, I didn't even say which part of my hand, but yeah, you can put the artichokes in there. Stir those up. If you wanted to, on your plate, you can add a little extra balsamic to it and put this on a plate or just for you to view, or in a bowl. Just for you guys to view. Nice helping of that. Nice big helping of that. In a bowl. Some of those nice toppings in there. Nice colorful toppings. And this is what we have right here, healthy. And it's a good, quick, and I know it didn't seem very quick, but it's a good, quick, healthy summer meal or any time of the year. And I will see you guys next time right here on New Charlene's Native American Kitchen. Have a great weekend.